everyone. It's Paul with Cruise Planners Getaway Gang and my partner in crime, Ed Gates. We are here today on a beautiful Thursday, September 17th, and we are going to be talking today about all-inclusive. We have an action-packed show, and we're really excited to get going on that. But first, Ed, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Paul. It's can't complain. How about you?
Well, you can see here I'm on the beach. Well, actually not. But I moved into a new office space, and it's still a complete disaster. So that's why I'm living on the beach today. But I'll soon have it cleaned up, and I won't look like just some beach bum. So.
Well, that looks perfect for a travel show. Let me tell you, I've got my work like a captain, play like a pirate sign up behind me here, back in my office. I accidentally deleted all my backgrounds, so no fancy backgrounds for Ed today. But hey, we're back in the office.
Well, it's definitely good to be doing the show today, and like I said, we are just super stoked about all-inclusives. We've talked a little bit about it here and there, but we just got a lot going on, which we'll talk about today. And before we kind of get into some details, give me some of your thoughts on some of the benefits and features of all-inclusives.
Well, Paul, a lot of people don't know what all-inclusive really means. They probably never heard of it before. You heard of resorts, and people go to resorts all over, and there are literally thousands of resorts in the Caribbean and Central America, Mexico, that kind of places. But then the all-inclusive resorts, they're something special, aren't they?
They are. And it's I thought about this because even some cruise lines will say they're all-inclusive, but they're really, compared to a land vacation all-inclusive, they're really not. I mean, you really get a ton of bang for your buck on a land resort all-inclusive for sure. So
yeah, like all-inclusives typically include, a lot of places they'll say all-inclusive will include your room, your meals, things like that. But these resorts, these all-inclusive resorts, go a step beyond and actually include absolutely everything, including top shelf beverages, taxes, tips, activities, sporting events, anything you want to do, you could do. And it's already paid for.
Yeah, I mean, depending on, there's different price points. And of course, every resort has some different things, but pretty much even the most budget-friendly all-inclusives include, food and alcohol. You may have to bump up to like a premium drink package, but I mean, if you're going to you can go and literally not spend another dime. Even your tips are included. And there's just something really, relaxing about that, not having to worry about all of that stuff when you're on vacation, I think. So.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I've watched a few of these seminars of some of these places too, and looked at some of the YouTube videos. You can find them anywhere, guys. And I tell you, there's some things that are offered by an all-inclusive that I didn't even know that I wanted when I vacation. And we're going to get into some of the details of that a little bit later. But, sometimes there are things that are just typically not included. Like a lot of times your spa services are above and beyond your things, gift shop items, souvenirs, things like that. If you want to keep the robes, or some kind of keepsake from it, you're going to have to pay extra for that stuff. And then anything, of course, off-site, outside of the resort is also usually not included. But some of these all-inclusives will do things like, you even arrange travel for you back and forth to the airport or wherever you're going. And so that's common at some of these resorts as well.
Yeah, and one of the other cool things is, I think a lot of people think about, that may just know a little bit about all-inclusives, thinks it's only adults, but it's really not. There are properties that focus on adults only. There are properties that are family-friendly, multi-generational, and everything in between. So there really is something for people of all ages who want to bring different size groups, with kids, without kids. I mean, it's pretty cool. So
the rooms are amazing at all these all-inclusives. A lot of the rooms come with their own butler service. Sometimes you've seen these videos where people are staying in a little room over the water. Those are some of the usually at an all-inclusive type resort, and they're just usually some of the most beautiful beaches in those areas. They're just impeccably kept resorts. They're perfect for weddings, honeymoons, getaways, group travels, group events. They have impeccable a concierge as well that are willing to wait on you hand and foot and help you with everything you need. So they're just fantastic places to go.
Absolutely. If you know, and even if you don't like the beach, there is so much you can do, you know, but obviously it does help because a good many of these are right on the beach or very nearby. I mean, but it's something to consider for many different kinds of vacation types of, you know, people that vacation in different types of way. Certainly, you know, people who may want some of those amenities, but they don't like to cruise. I mean, there's just, you can come at it from so many different angles. To me,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
a
hey,
no, it's a
we
no-brainer.
got a great event coming up, Paul.
We do, and you know, before we're going to talk about a couple different groups, you know, of properties here in a little bit more detail. But one thing, you've seen it if you're in our Facebook VIP group, it's up there as a pinned post now. If you're in our email database, you've gotten at least one or two communications about it, and that is a little less than a week from today. Next Wednesday, September 23rd, there are two vendors, two groups of properties, Sandals, which a lot of you have probably heard of them. They've done a lot of advertising, and another group, Karisma. Those two, through Cruise Planners Home Office, are putting on a fantastic, you know, in-depth, probably be about an hour-long presentation about their properties. And it's going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern next Wednesday, the 23rd. I highly recommend you sign up. I mean, it's just an informational thing. It's going to be an exciting watch regardless. You can register on our website at www.getawaygang.com. I saw there's like a sliding bar on the top. It's the second thing, easy to click and register, or if you're in our Facebook VIP, or if you will join our Facebook VIP, it's pinned to the top. You will not want to miss it, because not only are you going to find out more about all-inclusives, more about Sandals, more about Karisma, is I saw today, and you'll have to wait because I won't give it away. I saw on today's home office call about what they're going to offer as perks for those of you who come and get excited and do end up booking with us. We've already got some great deals we'll talk about, but on top of that, they're offering some more perks for those of you who can come and attend. So if you have any interest at all, register and definitely come next week because we want
That's right. Yeah, find it on our, like I said, Paul said, the VIP page. We have it on our event page and pinned it as announcements, and also our website, getawaygang.com. It's at the top promo sliders, so just slide through those till you find it, click, and register. It's that easy.
I don't think I mentioned it's on Zoom, just so you know.
It's a Zoom call.
You'll get an email confirmation, and then I'm sure a reminder. But yeah, it's on Zoom. So
one other thing, it is very limited. They've been running this thing for a few weeks, and writing signups, and I know they're getting the number of open seats are getting less and less. So hurry up and sign up if you want to do it. Even if you're not going to go, reserve your spot. So
as of today, this morning there were 1,100 people already signed up.
Yeah.
So you're definitely going to want to get in because I know Zoom can only handle so many. You will not want to miss out.
And there's prezzies and giveaways as well, just like
yes, that's right. As always, prezzies and giveaways.
Yeah. So
well,
all right.
Let me talk a little bit. If we'll get into some details on those two companies, Karisma and Sandals, and I'll kick it off if that's okay with Karisma.
Yeah, Paul, tell us about Karisma.
Yeah, it is. I've done a good bit of training on this recently. Karisma is a brand, and you may not have heard of some of these. It includes several properties called El Dorado or Azul or Generations. Margaritaville, they have some Margaritaville properties, and they also have some that are branded Nickelodeon properties, which are obviously, as you can imagine, good for family and kids. Karisma their property focus is a lot in Mexico, specifically Riviera Cancun and Riviera Maya, which is south of Cancun. And also they have properties in Jamaica, in Dominican Republic. So those are the general areas that Karisma covers. They are definitely a brand that focuses on, and their quote, to quote them exactly, is a gourmet inclusive experience. So it's kind of a next level up from your basic all-inclusive. They focus on gourmet food, elevated food options, premium drinks. So all of the alcohol, premium alcohol is included. They have a focus on personalized service. So they have a lot more of that butler type service than some other properties do. And the activities that they offer are broader and more expansive than some other properties. So that's kind of what they focus on, as well as sustainability. They're really big, and they talked a lot about some of the things they're doing to be a sustainable property. And of course, as you can imagine, are a highly, highly awarded company, and all of their properties have AAA 4 Diamond. They're fantastic resorts. One of the cool things that I thought was, you talked about overwater villas. Like, you think of like Fiji or something, you see these huts, these suites that are over the water. They actually have the only overwater villas in Mexico, which is really cool. If you're not wanting to fly halfway around the world or deep into the Caribbean, that's a really cool feature. As I mentioned, they definitely have properties that focus only on adults. They have properties that focus on adults with kids, and then they have properties that are really good for multi-generational generations. Lives up to its namesake in that sense. They also, outside of those brands, have a few specialty properties for people like wine enthusiasts. They have a property in the Baja California, near Ensenada, which is wine country. Yeah. They offer a nudist property for those of you who are into that.
Hello.
They have a property that's specifically designed for spiritual retreats and that sort of thing. So even, for more specialty groups, they offer separate properties for that kind of experience. They also have private villas. A couple of their properties, for those of you who really want like an exclusive experience for a family or a wedding or a business opportunity, they have private villas. And they offer really more than some other properties I've seen, a really extensive and comprehensive destination wedding program that we can work with you on, where like if you wanted to, not just go on a honeymoon there, but have a destination wedding, one of the properties, they're going to handle literally every last detail, which is something it's hard enough to do when you're close to home, but when you're traveling to somewhere else, you want them to handle it, and they do a fantastic job doing that. One last thing I want to say, one of our current promos is you can save up to 76% on their properties in Mexico, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic with a minimum 4-night stay. And that runs out at the end of this month. So especially after you come to our Zoom presentation next Wednesday, if you want to book, jump on it, because not only with the perks you're going to get from that meeting, you're going to get some really good rates right now, because
a lot of times they're combinable too.
So. Yeah, absolutely. And as we've said before, now's the time to book, even if it's out next year, the year beyond, because as people are starting to book again, things are filling up, prices are going up, and those kind of incredible deals are going to go away. So that's a bit about Karisma. I'm really excited about them, but I'm also super stoked about Sandals. So Ed, tell us about Sandals.
How can you not be stoked about Sandals, especially with all the pictures I've been posting for the last 2 weeks? Yeah. I mean, really. But first of all, before we get to Sandals, I just want to say, please don't be shy if you do want to go book a week at a nudist resort. We're no judgment here at all.
No.
Our lips are sealed. We are discreet. So,
there are but no. that would look a lot better at a nudist resort than either one of us would.
It's true. All right. Well, Sandals is the very pinnacle of luxury Caribbean, all-inclusive vacations in the Caribbean Ocean. The Caribbean Sea, excuse me. They have 15 award-winning all-inclusive resorts set along the most gorgeous tropical settings of exquisite beaches in St. Lucia, Jamaica, Antigua, the Bahamas, Grenada, and Barbados, which they just opened up Barbados recently. And let me tell you, those Barbados resorts look amazing, especially the one that has the bowling alley. I get so excited about that every time I hear it. They have the first it's a 4-lane bowling alley. It's the first bowling alley in the Caribbean, any resort in the Caribbean. So
and you just want to drink rum in Barbados too.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Barbados is very, very high. Actually, I think it's top spot on my bucket list. It features, the Sandals Resorts features unlimited gourmet dining. Like Karisma, it has premium liquors, and unlimited wine as well. All that stuff's included. The wine itself is Robert Mondavi Twin Oaks. So you're not drinking box wines like you are at some other resorts. You're drinking Robert Mondavi Twin Oaks wines. They'll cork it right at the table for you. Every land and water sport is included, including some of the resorts that have golf courses. Sometimes they'll have complimentary green fees. Of course, all this inclusion depends on what level or room you book at. Some of the rooms don't come with butler services, but some of them do. State-of-the-art fitness centers, but also included for every guest is potty certified scuba diving at most resorts that have scuba diving. All the Sandals resorts are adults only. So keep that in mind. It's not necessarily good for a family vacation. It's designed for couples, and you'll see if you ever check out some of the room pictures I posted. The rooms are very catered to couples. The suites are some of the Caribbean's most unique suites, and no other all-inclusive resorts takes their rooms and suites as seriously as Sandals does. They have things like, luxury bathtubs on the balconies overlooking the ocean, swim up pools and private pools. It's just some of the amazing touches that they've added to their suites are just unlike anything else you could find. They were the World Travel Award winner for world's leading all-inclusive company for 24 years in a row. They have implemented for COVID. They've just reopened, by the way. They just reopened a lot of and some of them are still opening. Sometimes a couple of resorts are October 1st, some are November 1st. I know one of the Bahamas is November, and Nassau, I think they pushed out to January of next year. But most they are open. So if you do want to take advantage of a Sandals resort trip, you could actually go right now to some of the big ones like Antigua. The protocols of cleanliness is something they implemented recently to help people post-COVID. So all of the patios have been socially distanced. All the chairs on the beach have been really spread out even more. It was already a pretty remote kind of place to go, but even more lounge chairs around pool sides have been removed. Things have been spread out. Every time pre-guest, they do a complete sweep of your room and do sanitizing in every single area of it. Everything is clean to a T. I mean, and they even go as far as to clean your carpets for you and put hand sanitizer in the room. So it's definitely a great touch. There's a whole video. I played it last week in lieu of our show about the protocols of cleanliness at Sandals. You could find that on YouTube as well. Another thing about all-inclusives, a lot of them don't include things like, tips, gratuities, taxes. Everything's covered at Sandals. Absolutely everything. You pay one fee, and it's you don't even have to worry about gratuities. However, I heard people still do tip, and if even though you are paying a standard, above and beyond is good, so they're not expecting more than a couple dollars when you tip.
I could agree.
So
just yeah, and it's certainly not expected, but some people just bring. Somebody was saying they brought like $50 in ones, just or something like that.
Definitely put smiles on their faces.
Yeah.
Another couple tips about Sandals. They do have an airport arrival lounge at the airport in both Jamaica and San Lucia. Nice. They offer free nonstop round-trip airport transfers too. So if you're staying at a resort, you're covered from airport from start to finish. I did say all taxes, tips, and gratuities are covered. They have exclusive exchange privileges between resorts. So if you stayed at a Sandals, or if you want to transfer it over to another Sandals, it makes it pretty easy. And we do have a great special on Sandals right now as well. And this is going on till October 31st. You can save up to 65% off of a 3-night stay. Nice. So if you're thinking about going, like Paul said, there's going to be even more incentives added because of the show that we got going on next week. And then we have some other deals as well going on right now. All can be combined and offer you a fantastic deal. So give us a call if you're interested in going to Sandals anytime now. We're booking all the way through 2022. But if you know you want to go, give us a call right now while this offer is in place till the 31st of October, and we can give you all these deals.
When are we going?
Yeah, like I said, Barbados is numero uno on my list. So.
Calling my name. Well, I wanted to add one thing, Ed, and that was an awesome list, and it completely slipped my mind. But because we're talking about booking out in the future, but the same thing goes with the Karisma properties, and they spent a long time talking about their COVID protocols, and they are dead serious about it, as they should be. So
well, they all are right now.
Yeah,
the
everyone
funny thing is, these resorts were always about seclusion anyway, and you'd be hard pressed to run into anybody unless you wanted to at some of these all-inclusive resorts, because it's all about privacy.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't be. I just want to say, don't be scared to go next month, even. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's that they're taking a good care and making it even better. And there are definitely spare no expense type places. So don't worry about, thinking that you're getting into a Holiday Inn and they halfway clean the room. No, you're getting top of the line cleaning techniques here, sterilization of your room, and everything is up to par.
Absolutely. Well, I'm ready to go. And if you are ready to go, whether it be to Karisma or Sandals or any all-inclusive, you need any information, reach out to us. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a like, look at our Facebook VIP link and come in there. You can ask questions in there. You can email us anytime. That's also in the video description. We got all kinds of great travel content being posted all the time. It's a wonderful, fun group of people that just loves to travel, and we want to help you go on that trip. So don't be shy.
And I just want to mention too, I mean, we talked about Sandals and Karisma, but we work with lots of partners. So if you've got one that you like to go to and you want to go to, we definitely can book you there as well. Run it by us, and we'll be able to find out whatever kind of deals that we can find for you and get you guys set up.
Absolutely. Well, don't forget, register for the Sandals and Karisma event on our website or on the Facebook VIP group, and we will see you guys again for our own travel show next week. And until then, have a great weekend.
All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.